I've got closed factories, I've laid off 15% of my workforce, and you want to execute a price increase into distribution. Tell me how this makes sense for me. Why do I want to absorb that risk? Okay. That's the type of conversation you're going to have. And for us, with 1 million parts and 400,000 ship tos, we got a lot of we got a lot of variation. Managing price is hard. I get that from not the Parker people that are here, but when I travel around the world, oh, Dick, it's hard. You got to give me a better tool. Please. Not any of you, of course. Okay. So why now? Because if you have lots of customers or lots of markets or a lot of transactional diversity, a lot of parts, you have the opportunity to make bad prices every day, right? So every time you're creating a new price, you have the opportunity to make a bad one. Therefore, taking the time to build the process control around that is never a bad time to do it, right? So you do want to start now. We make about as many prices in a recession as we do in a boom time. In fact, at Parker, we noticed, interestingly, our quote volume through the recession went up because procurement guys had nothing else to do but, price shop because they weren't buying anything. They weren't expediting anything. So now they could, put it to their channel, right? So we make prices every day in a recession or without. So you've got to manage that opportunity to make bad prices. And in absent process control, in a recession, you are more likely to make bad pricing decisions than in boom times because there's more of those constituents that want to push you into a bad pricing decision, okay? So the recession could make you drive your market to the bottom. You might blame your competitor while you're doing it, but it's your fault, okay? So organize systemic action plans appropriate any time, recession, boom time, inflation, deflation, you name it, okay? And what you have to do, I think this is a big learning that we had at Parker over the last 2 years. The key thing we needed to stop, to me this is a big takeaway. Don't use price to get business that's not there. Meaning, don't do something broad and across the board, which is basically giving a price decrease to the little business you have left, to go hope you're going to get business that's not going to come. Okay? So you want to focus your price actions on real business, real new business, hopefully. Okay? That's hard to do inside of most organizations. But that's one of the things I'm proud of at Parker is our divisions, our pricing people locally with those sales forces and with the product managers and with the general managers virtually eliminated across the board unilateral price down actions. We did it tactically, customer by customer. That is not to say we didn't lower prices. That is not to say we don't have divisions with negative SPI for the fiscal year. But when you added it all up, we're still positive. Okay? So focus tactical actions versus across the board. Okay? As an example, Parker, our division SPI range 2 years ago was about 2% to 7%. Lots of inflation, good times. This year, anywhere from -1 to about 4. And actually, I'm lying at -1. China's at like -3. I don't know if you remember 2 years ago when I was talking about I went through a pricing manager in China in a day. I've had 4 since then.